Where can you start if you want to heal from any issues in your womb or your reproductive system? My name is Zion. I am a womb healing guide, feminine embodiment facilitator, and trauma healing facilitator. And what I'm going to share with you today comes from my own personal experience healing from different issues in my womb and supporting many women heal from fibroids, traumatic births, menstrual issues, PMS, PMDD, and many more things. And the way to start, and one of the most important things that I constantly see that we need as women, is to slow down. And not just to slow down in our day-to-day lives by putting less things on our plate and making things more simple and resting more. All of that is super important, really important. However, the kind of slowing down that I refer to is much deeper. It's in the body. It's on a more subconscious, somatic level. And the thing is that if we want health, feminine health, we need to live from a place of feminine alignment. We need to be in alignment with our feminine qualities, and we need to be actually listening and paying attention to what our bodies and our beings are trying to say. In order to have that alignment, we need to be aware of what our needs, feelings, boundaries, and truths are, so that we can take care of ourselves and live from that authentic, true place. Womb issues are a wake-up call, a huge wake-up call. The fact that it has manifested onto physical form means that there has been enough momentum emotionally and energetically for a long time prior to this happening. And we may be more or less aware of the fact that there was an issue previously that actually stemmed from an emotional place or from trauma. It can also have to do with other things, of course, like ancestral baggage and traumatic experiences and things like that. However, the fact that it has manifested onto physical form, it means that we haven't paid attention to it, usually. So our bodies are going to slow us down if we don't choose to do it intentionally and consciously first. And in order to really tap in and listen to all of those deep truths, and in order to actually have enough presence to process and express and learn from our emotions, we need to slow down. We need to create enough safety in the body. We need to create enough safety in our nervous system. And that's not something that we can do through the mind. It's something that we can only do through the body. We need to learn to speak the language of the body, and we need to do it in a feminine way, because we are mostly used to connecting with our bodies through masculine type of activities. And if you're here live, by the way, I would love for you to let me know if you can hear me. I was having some issues with the sound before, and that would be super helpful. So as I was saying, we need to have this level of connection to ourselves in order to heal whatever issues are present in the womb. And we need to calm our nervous systems enough. We need to create enough of an environment of safety in our bodies so that we can do that. Nice. I'm glad that the sound is working. Yay. And there are many ways to do that. Feminine embodiment, however, takes into consideration how we work as women, being predominantly feminine, and also feminine embodiment helps us tap into something very deep and foundational. It helps us tap into our primordial programming. It connects us with this subconscious state that lives in our tissues, where everything can be rewired and where we can access so much medicine and wisdom. And that's why I'm so passionate about feminine embodiment, because not only do we get to rewire all of these things and heal, but we also get to do it in a way that feels safe, because it's not always easy or comfortable at all to be looking at these things, to be looking at these issues and why they have manifested in the body, right? And when you have a really strong connection to your body, to earth, and to this feminine primordial wisdom, it gives you such a strong foundation. It gives you such a powerful sense of safety. It anchors you into something that just can't be taken away from you, and that is your natural state. And that's one of the reasons why I love introducing this kind of work with the body, these journeys into the body, that are so much outside of the mind, where we actually bring our mind so deep into our bodies, and we start to experience all of this embodied wisdom. And it's really hard to put it into words, because you really have to experience it to feel it. But it gets you into the state of deep connection with truth, with what's true for you, and honest and real. It allows you to truly rest and land in your body. It allows you to actually start receiving the information that you need to heal these issues in your womb, and to shift things. Shift the way that you treat yourself, your sexuality, your body, the way that you look at your femininity. It deconstructs so many things that just don't serve us. And it also allows for our emotions and our energies to flow, to have this deep sense of groundedness in the body and connection to the body. And you can even go into very specific places in the body. You can go into specific places in the womb and reweave everything. And through feminine embodiment, not only do you get to do a lot of this healing work as a practice, as something that you can do in your life consistently, which I think is very healthy, but you can go to all of those core root issues, the traumas and things like that, and turn them around on a very deep subconscious level. And what's on the other side is not just a healthier womb, but it's also a healthier relationship with yourself and with those around you. And it's access to all of this feminine beauty that most of us don't know, or that we need to remember. This state of primordial sensuality and the healing that comes with that, the state of deep listening and attunement with our intuition and what our bodies are telling us, this deep attunement to this feminine connection, that comes with so many of these things that you just can't put into words, but that are so necessary for us. And when we are disconnected from this feminine magic and our feminine energy, it always feels like something is missing. It feels like there's a disconnect, because there is. It's something so foundational for us. Understandably, so many of us are disconnected from it because we live in a patriarchal society, and we have been, introduced into this very unhealthy way of living, and this very unhealthy way of relating to ourselves and our bodies and our sexuality, and we just keep going and at the same pace, and gotta get this done and that and this responsibility and kids, and my job, and all these things, and we put ourselves for last. And what happens when we do that is that our issues in our bodies, in our wombs, they just become bigger and bigger and bigger, and they don't just go away because we stop looking. And things can only really open up when we give ourselves that space and that presence. And honestly, I would really hope to see a shift in the way that we live. But just creating some space for this kind of connection, even just once a week, could shift a lot of things. If you really have the tools, the support, if you know how to go there, if you start building this relationship with your body and with your feminine energy. And sometimes even just this process of deeply slowing down has been enough for women to eliminate menstrual pain altogether, or to heal from different issues in the womb. And that's been absolutely fascinating for me to witness. And I've seen it so many times. And that's the reason why I decided to create my upcoming workshop, Sacred Surrender, which is taking place on June 22nd, because it's not really just going to be a workshop where we talk about all these things. It's going to be a guided journey into the body. It's going to be full of practices designed to help you connect with this place of deep listening in your body, where you can already start to unravel so much of this tension and disconnection and start landing into the earth in your body and the feminine alignment in your body, and what that means for you today. And so I'm really excited to share this journey with you. You don't need to have any experience or anything like that. And that's one of the best things about feminine embodiment, that there's no pressure. You don't need to perform. It doesn't have to look pretty. In fact, a lot of times it doesn't, and it's great, like welcoming the awkwardness, welcoming the craziness, because we are also re-owning all of that, and what it means to have a body and move and breathe and sound in the body. So if you're feeling curious, if you're feeling called, you are so welcome to join us and try it out. It's a great opportunity to try this work in your body and feel it and see what it can do for you, and see what happens when you're on the other side, when you're really soft, when you're really connected and you're really listening to what's happening in your body, when you tap into your womb medicine. Because really, healing all these things in the womb is just about being connected and creating alignment, feminine alignment. So all of these practices, and all these things that I'm talking about, they're just the bridge from that disconnection to reconnecting. And it's so unique for each and every one of us. And it's so beautiful. You really only just need to have the willingness to connect, to be with yourself, and to find out what your feminine energy has for you. And if you want to join us, you can find all the information and the booking link in my bio. You can also DM me if you have any questions or you want to share anything about your personal process. I would love to support you. There's going to be a replay as well. If you can't make it live, that's no worries. And regardless of whether you choose to participate in Sacred Surrender or not, I just want to leave you with this message, that this feminine health and feminine alignment is your birthright, and it's something that you don't really have to work hard for. You just need to find out what are the things that are standing in the way, and tending to those things, listening to those things, because maybe there's important information there for you. Maybe there's an important need to feel into some of these things for you. Maybe there's a need to release fear and stuckness and, heaviness or emotions that are in your body that you no longer need to carry. And if you want support, again, Sacred Surrender is a great place to start. It's gonna be super gentle and beautiful, and I would love to have you with us. So thank you once again for being here. I would love to hear your insights and takeaways in the comments. I hope you have a beautiful day and that you create space for you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.